Hello and welcome, our World Views to RTD's News English Edition. Tonight, for the highlights, we got presentation of community development funds to associations and corporations, ADS AFD. And on the international scene in Afghanistan, Qatar and Turkey in the midst of efforts to reopen Kabul airport. Those were the top stories for tonight. Welcome back, our beloved viewers. As part of its capacity building program for associations in Balbala, the Djibouti Social Development Agency, which is also known as ADDS, organized yesterday in partnership with the Municipality of Balbala an information and awareness meeting to improve the participation of associations in the calls for proposals of the Community Development Fund of the PDW2 project in Balbala, financed by the French Development Agency and executed by ADDS. This ceremony, which was held at the ADDS Antenna, brought together the French Development Agency, represented by its project officer, Mr. Valentin, ADDS, represented by Mr. Ghalib Hassan, head of Department of Capacity Building of Actors, and Mr. Paler, coordinator of PDW2 project, as well as associations and cooperatives beneficiaries of the project. This information and sensitization meeting kept their main objective, which consisted in presenting the Community Development Fund to associations to the corporations of the Layable and Mustika neighborhoods so that they can participate in the calls for proposals of the second integrated urban development project financed by the French Development Agency. At the end of this meeting, the associations understood the selection procedure of the Community Development Fund. In total, about 40 people participated in these information meetings. The participants participated very well in the discussions. All of the actors' questions were answered by the ADDS. The locality of Demerjog hosted yesterday a consultation meeting between local officials and American commanders stationed at Camp Lemonnier. The objective of this meeting was to strengthen the relationship between the two parties after the period of COVID-19. The meeting was chaired by the sub-prefect of Demerjog, Mr. Abdrashid Noor, and saw the participation of various village chiefs of the locality of the sub-prefecture of Demerjog. On the American side, the military charge of the Embassy of USA in Djibouti and the commander of the Camp Lemonnier participated in this meeting. During this discussion, both parties agreed to relaunch the social programs of the American military to the profiles of civilians in the sub-prefecture of Demerjog. It should be remembered that the Americans have already carried out social activities in Demerjog. The National Red Crescent Society of Djibouti has distributed hygiene kits in 4 localities of the Obokha region. It distributed these kits composed of water buckets, soap, blankets, diapers, and chlorine to all families in the localities of Medeho, Fantehero, Warabad. Together, the team of volunteers from the SRD of Obokha and the staff of the Decorated of Rural Hydraulics will have visited these localities from 1 to 3 September 2021. In total, 310 families benefited from this distribution program. This tour was also an opportunity for the volunteers and staff of the Decorated of Rural Hydraulics to teach these populations the method of chemical treatment of water with chlorine to make it drinkable, and to raise awareness on ways and means to protect themselves against the pandemic of COVID-19. The National Red Crescent Society remains more than ever committed to working alongside our population to improve their living conditions. And as a part of the fight against smuggling, the unit of the National Police Detachment dispatched to the regions in pursuit of smuggling in collaboration with the elements of the customs of Dakhil have seized yesterday morning an important batch of khat from Ethiopia through the locality of Bondora. This batch of khat, composed of 15 coolies of khat of 100 packages each of 1,500 packages, has an estimated value of 700,500 francs Djibouti. This batch of khat was transported on the backs of men by runners. After the arrest and seizure, the elements of the police and customs proceeded to the destruction of the khat within the barricades of Dakhil. The national soccer team started yesterday evening at 10 p.m. the elementary match to the World 2022, which was held in Qatar. The Red Sea Sharks faced the Algerian team at the Mustafa Chakr Stadium in Bilda, the capital of Algeria. The African champions, Algeria, entered the qualifiers for the next World Cup on Thursday, September 2, with a clear victory on the score of 8-0 against Djibouti. This 8-0 is a heavy defeat, certainly, but the Sharks of the Red Sea will continue in the other games of Group A with Burkina Faso and Niger. Moreover, for the young soccer team of Djibouti, this match will be an acquisition of experience on the ways of progress and evolution of Djiboutian soccer. Already, Djibouti has gained some points in the ranking of FIFA, and we encourage our national soccer team to continue its development. Moving on towards the international scenes, will the new Afghan government be inclusive, as the Taliban have promised? We should know with an announcement of its composition this Friday after the prayer. But the hope of seeing women in it's very slim. The other issue at stake in the coming hours in Afghanistan is the possible reopening of the Kabul airport as a humanitarian corridor. Qatar and Turkey are working on this. On Wednesday, Qatar was the first country to land a plane in Kabul since the end of the American withdrawal. The authorities in Doha have confirmed that they are working to push the Taliban to reopen the airport in the Afghani capital. 24 hours after the remains of Hurricane Idia hit, New York and surrounding states are counting their dead. There are at least 44, including 13 in New York City. Torrents poured into streets in Brooklyn and Queens while residents trapped in their basement died. By this, our beloved viewers, we conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us and make sure to stick around for more. We wish you a lovely evening. Thank you.